Pirates Past Noon by Mary Pope Osborne. Our new vocabulary words include engrave, which is to make marks on metal, sway, slowly move back and forth, tuck, carefully put in place, adventure, exciting events, squawk is a high-pitched animal sound, usually bird squawk. A creek is a small stream of water. Charge is to run towards something. Now that's a multiple meaning word because charge can have different meanings. Fling, throw something. Medallion, jewelry that looks like a medal, hangs around your neck. Cozy is comfortable. Mysterious, the base word for that word is mystery. So the OUS makes it full. A mystery is something that's unknown, so mysterious would be full of the unknown. And creak is a squeaky noise. Homophones. Homos is a Greek word that means the same. A prefix comes before the word, like in homogenized milk means it all tastes the same. Homogeneous group means all the members are the same. Phone is another Greek word for sound. Suffixes come after the root word. Telephone sends sound over a distance. Headphones let the wearer hear sounds. So, what does homophone mean? Homophones means words that sound alike but have different meanings. The homophones in Chapter 1 are going to include night and night, armored fighter or darkness, two, and two. Two is direction with the one O. Two O's is in addition, and two TWO is the number. Blue and blue, like the wind movement or the color. C, and C, water, to look, or the letter of the alphabet. No and no, learn facts and refusal. Creek and creek. Creek with the EE is a stream of water. Creek with the EA is a squeaky sound. Lots of good homophones. Chapter 1, Too Late. Scene 1, the house. Jack stared out his bedroom window. The rain kept falling and falling. The TV said it would stop by noon, said Annie, his 7-year-old sister. It's already past noon, said Jack. But we have to go to the treehouse, said Annie. I have a feeling the M person will be there today. Jack pushed his glasses into place and took a deep breath. He wasn't sure he was ready yet to meet the M person, the mysterious person who had put all the books in the magic treehouse. Come on, said Annie. Jack sighed. Okay, he said, you get our raincoats and boots. I'll get the medallion and bookmark. Annie ran to get their rain gear. Jack reached into his drawer. He took out the medallion. It was gold. The letter M was engraved on it. Then he took out the bookmark. It was made of blue leather. It had the same M on it. Both M's matched the M that was on the floor of the treehouse. Jack put the medallion and bookmark into his backpack. Then he threw his notebook and pencil in the backpack too. Jack liked to take notes about important things. I've got our rain stuff, yelled Annie. Jack picked up his backpack and went downstairs. Annie was waiting by the back door. She was putting on her boots. I'll meet you outside, she said. Jack pulled on his raincoat and boots. Then he put on his backpack and joined her. The wind was blowing hard. Ready, set, go, shouted Annie. Now remember, one of our most important story characteristics is the setting. The setting is where the story takes place. It means the time and the place. A scene means action at one particular setting. There may be several scenes in a chapter, or just one. Chapters consist of related scenes. Storybooks are shorter than chapter books. Chapter books have more than one plot or storyline. Now this book that we're reading right now is a chapter book. Scene 2, Frog Creek Woods. They kept their heads down and charged into the wind. Soon they were in the Frog Creek Woods. Tree branches were swaying, flinging rainwater everywhere. Yuck, said Annie. They splashed through puddles until they came to the tallest oak tree in the woods. They looked up. Tucked between two branches was the treehouse. It looked dark and lonely against the stormy sky. Hanging from the treehouse was a rope ladder It was swaying in the wind. Remember, swaying means moving back and forth. Jack thought of all the books up there. He hoped they weren't getting wet. The M person has been there, said Annie. Jack caught his breath. How can you tell? He asked. I can just feel it, she whispered. She grabbed the rope ladder and started up. Jack followed. Scene 3, inside the treehouse. Inside the treehouse was chilly and damp, but the books were dry. They were all stacked along the wall just the way they had been the day before. Annie picked up the castle book on top of one stack. It had taken them to the time of knights and castles. Remember the knight? She asked. Jack nodded. He would never forget the knight who had helped them. Annie put down the castle book and picked up the next one in the stack. It was the dinosaur book that had taken them to the age of dinosaurs. Remember? She asked. Jack nodded. He would never forget the pteranodon who had saved them from the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Then Annie held up a book about ancient Egypt. Meow, she said. Jack smiled. The Egypt book had taken them to the time of pyramids. A black cat had come to the rescue there. And here's the book about home, Annie said. She held up the book with the picture of their hometown in it, Frog Creek, Pennsylvania. Jack smiled again. The Pennsylvania book had brought them home at the end of each adventure. Jack sighed. He still had two main questions. Who was the M person who had put all the books here? And did the knight, pteranodon, and cat all know the M person? Finally, Jack reached into his backpack. He took out two things, the gold medallion and the leather bookmark. He placed them on the floor, right over the spot where the M glowed faintly in the wood. Rain blew into the treehouse. Brr, said Annie. It's not very cozy today. Jack agreed with her. It was too wet and cold. Look, Annie pointed to an open book lying in the corner. I don't remember a book being open. Me neither, agreed Jack. Annie picked up the book. She stared at the picture on the page. Wow, this place looks great. She showed the picture to Jack. He could see a sunny beach. A big green parrot sat in a palm tree, and a ship sailed on the bright blue sea. Another gust of rainy wind blew into the treehouse. Annie pointed to the picture. I wish we were there instead of here, she said. Yeah, agreed Jack, but where is that place? Too late, came a squawk. Sitting on a branch outside the window ledge of the treehouse was a green parrot, exactly like the one in the picture. Too late, the parrot squawked again. A talking parrot, said Annie. Is your name Polly? Can I call you Polly? Suddenly the wind blew very hard. Oh no, now we're in big trouble, said Jack. The wind blew even harder. The leaves shook. The treehouse started to spin faster and faster. Jack squeezed his eyes shut. Then everything was still. Jack opened his eyes. Too late, squawked Polly. Remember, one of the vocabulary words for this chapter is the word medallion, and it is a pendant that you wear as a necklace. It's a piece of jewelry in the shape of a medal, typically worn as a pendant on a necklace. They are often engraved with names or short messages, and there's a beautiful pendant example right there in the picture. And this is the end of chapter 1.